Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. And it looks like Venus Crossley is finally doing what we've been searching for a really long time, guys. We're going to go ahead and investigate, I think, right here. I staked out her house for a few minutes. And this is the spot. What are we doing, though?
You give me no other choice, Clarence.
Holy crap.
Yes, my love, it's a new tea I bought. Not too bitter for your taste, I hope. Drink your tea, my love. Drink it to the last drop. And shut your damn trap for good.
Hell's bells. Okay, that was definitely worth waiting for. Let's go ahead and have a chat with Venus. And see what she has to say about that. We're in the West End, obviously. We need to go talk to Louise Teasdale, see how she's dealing now that she's back in the district. And then we are going to, I guess, head into the theater to try and save Dr. Swansea. And I think the Pandora's Box quest may be in here as well. It looks like the Guard of Priwen actually turned the theater into their base of operations. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know. It may be in a neighboring building, but I'm pretty sure it's in the same location. I guess we'll figure it out. First, though...
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in.
Oh, I don't know if you...
Sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I don't know if you're going to be happy that I'm here.
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Oh, wow. That is quite a few hints. Did we ask her about these before?
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
That's fair.
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
You have an interesting way of dealing with your problems there, Venus.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor, and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
Afraid enough to kill?
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
Wow.
I cannot let you kill your husband, Venus. This madness is more insane than his obsession.
What are you going to do? Report me to the police? I did my research too, Dr. Reid. The substance I use is undetectable.
Don't press your luck.
And did you see Clarence's state of mind? What would become of him if left alone?
Yeah, man, I really wish I wasn't doing a no-kill run.
Did Clarence recently show you documents that prove the existence of vampires?
Yes, he did. And he also told me you spent a few nights gathering research for him. Seriously, Jonathan. Why feed his obsession like that?
He's my friend. I thought it might help him rest, instead of going outside at night. Tell me, what are your thoughts about vampires?
Gibberish and poppycock. Dracula was a good book.
Agreed.
But these documents were just mumbo-jumbo. I burnt them all as soon as Clarence went outside again.
Oh. Okay. Well, your blood quality is definitely higher. You are very lucky I'm doing a no-kill run.
Goodbye for now.
At least you survived the Great War.
I'm just going to take these shillings.
Feared the worst.
And I don't feel bad about it. Now let's head out of here. We'll go talk to Clarence, see if he has any new info. Let him know, hey, you might want to avoid the tea at the house for the foreseeable future. And then we'll head back to the theater.
They're all...
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Oh, there we go.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
Surprise!
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
Nah, it's not really my place to say.
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
That, not wrong.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
And it looks like we can go ahead and actually get a new clue from Venus. So we'll go ahead and do that. Well, that's Rat Lady. She has a sad tale. Like, not literally a story, not an actual tale. And I haven't seen anything because I was wondering if we can deal with her sire, because I guess we did kind of unofficially talk to them through her.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in.
Well, we're just going to continue on with the main story. I'm kind of... this was a...
This hour of night?
This was a monkey on my back I needed to shoo off with Venus here.
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
Well, there's that 4000 XP blood quality. I'm sure that could be arranged, Venus.
Goodbye for now.
I'm not... Oh, wow. We can actually move the camera around while we're talking?
I feared the worst.
I don't think I've ever tried that. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get everyone's clues, just because that would be
His name.
kind of an arduous task, I think. Where would she be? Since we rescued her. Oh, probably not a good idea to go back into the Ascalon Club. They're not particularly fond of me over there, and now that we're in the West End, I assume that those attacks are going to become a little bit more frequent from those very wronged lords. Would she be over here, or would she be... Oh, there she is. Well, that was convenient. Right in front of the house. Or no, in front of Ascalon.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reid. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Unless you accepted the wedding vows.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Oh, Lord.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offence, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
I'm sure you wouldn't. And now you're going to become the companion to a wannabe vampire hunting Doctor Who.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Good call. The golden rule. Which is interesting because with all of those marks on her face, I thought that maybe Louise's dad had, hit her, but that's probably not the case considering how she talks about him. Or maybe not.
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
The last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But I always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah, that was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Well then, good for you.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reid. I was just asking.
I don't think that was embarrassment, that was curiosity and introspection. And I bet Reid's really lucky that he can't blush anymore.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Let's hope. And full blood quality. Huzzah.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
These leaflets were telling the truth all along.
Okay.
Nobody takes them seriously.
Now, this is a very busy and loud part of town. Let's go ahead and travel to the theater and see what happens. There should be all kinds of interesting. Whoa. Bum 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 bum. Got some nasty characters in the backyard. And we are going the right way, right? Yes, we are. Okay, good. And we got a good amount of serums. Now, I'm very curious whether we made the right call to let McCullum live. Maybe turning... I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Remember, last time that we were here, they said that we needed to go ahead and travel to Pembroke. So, I guess they have the place ready for me.
So Priwen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Bullet and aluminum shard. Excellent. I think I'll need every single one. Are they down there, like, rallying the troops? I don't know, but they are level... They're high level. They're 32s. Oh, there's Swansea. Good that we know.
Remember your bars, friends.
That is McCullum. Crap. Okay, well, before... Should we go... I kind of want to search the rest of the building before we do anything else. See if anything new's popped up. Oh, speaking of which. Sturdy blood sample, watery blood sample. Did not see that before. Not going to drop down there yet. Is that him? Where is he? Huh. Are things glowing down there? Let's go say hello. I do like the fact that we have to come back to a place. Normally, I dislike that in games, but this is appropriate. Hey, buddy. Now, I'm using the saber for the first time, and it is effective, and I love it. Let's keep the Vampyro vision on. And someone's about to come out of this door. Or maybe not. Now there's crucifixes, just little subtle changes, which I really dig. Can we get a better look at... Oh, maybe Swansea's a little bit lower down, maybe in a basement? And we've got rats. I repeat, we have rats, people.
Over there!
Man, that is a powerful flourish with that saber. Big fan. If I could Florentine, I would be a very, very happy wretch. So there's a stairway going down.
Lord, give us strength.
Alright, we are getting closer to Edgar's location, but this is a... I think this was the way out the first time that we came here. Yeah, this was after we escaped from McCullum. And that'll lead down to the stage. Don't want to do that yet. We'll check the gallery.
It ain't human! Kill it!
You are correct.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Here, shoot him. Right now. Whew. Ouch.
Bloody leech!
Yeah, it's kind of a smooth combat animation. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to. But I think it could definitely pay dividends. Okay, that's the way out. Definitely don't want to take that way.
Don't forget to check every door.
Indeed. And a strong blood serum. Thank you. And Edgar is downstairs.
Don't forget to check every door.
Okay, we gotta take down big guy here.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Oh, there's a holy guy. Let's use these corners to our advantage.
Have no fear, brother!
There we go.
Fear no evil.
Got one. Ooh. Alright, now it's just you and me, good sir.
Fear no evil. We do the... That leech is false!
Whew. And some aluminum powder. How nice of them to restock for us. And apparently that guy just decided not to attack us anymore. I'm alright with this. Anything... Ooh. McCullum's report. 11/06/18. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal, as painful and dreadful as it was. My God, the woman planned to see everyone in London afflicted, by affecting all who would come to see her next play. It helped me understand greatly what is going on. Oh.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Okay. Give me one moment, please. We need to get back to reading. We got rudely interrupted. Ooh. Mortimer Goswick's key. What was that? Oh, okay. Anyway. A small key with a tag saying acting school basement access reserved to authorized students and theater staff. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of some Harriet Jones, who has been treated as a patient for a long time at the Pembroke Hospital. Holy crap. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in the East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theater, and both of them had those huge mutations as well. And how she turned to that monstrosity that the leech known as Jonathan Reid finally defeated. The presence of that vampire in the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I'm convinced he is deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I'm also convinced Swansea is his accomplice, and that those two are planning something more terrifying than anything the Guard has ever faced. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possess to get some answers. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I better send some patrols to investigate about what is currently occurring at the Pembroke Hospital. It took me 2 days to parse through the dusty registrars and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did prove fruitful for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to our prison situation and a copy of William Marshall's memoirs. I took them with me to read more carefully. This creature Marshall says he fought in 1666, this disaster that aimed to destroy London. It is very similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all of this, and that he is back. This could be our greatest accomplishment, if the Guard could at last find and destroy that old bastard. I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reid is now trying to do. Did the creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666 and Reid did the same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature? I don't know, but those two are clearly working together, and Swansea is helping them. I'll immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated. As for Reid, I'll destroy that evil beast myself, and then we'll deal with William Marshall and this disaster thing. Priwen will prevail once more. Okay, so there's a link. Bullet and a lead rod. Is there anything else here that we can make use of? More bullets. Is there a way into the... Ooh, more books. I don't think we ever went that way. Let's... Shotgun shell. Is it that other stairwell? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. And we are going to head that way. I'm just double checking. Double, triple check. You know how that goes. Oh. Every bullet can count in these situations. Alright. Let's go ahead and go. The door has been unlocked. Looks like Swansea is right behind that door. Got some notepads. Can't go through that door. Any rats nearby? Because I think that's probably what we're going to have to use. Oh, you're a heavy flamethrower guy.
Dilate!
And down you go. More bullets. And it didn't tell me what I actually grabbed there. Or materials, I would assume. I can't go through that door either. Ooh, I see a safe, which is locked. Pinned note, evidence safe. Until further notice, the safe will be used to store sensitive evidences. It must always be locked. If you need access, just find me on the last floor to get the key. And bloody remember to bring it back to me when you're done. Rodney.
I should find the key to that box.
Pinned note. Gather information about Edgar Swansea's work. Find the safe's key. Ooh, William Marshall's memoirs. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol that was the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Dus Astro, the eater of stars who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything. cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. All I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such a rare ingredient is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. And I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote, but if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I'm ready to endure this excruciating pain.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
He said he had King Arthur's blood, which was interesting.
It's locked, all right.
And we need to find that key. And it looks like we can go through this door, and Dr. Swansea is right on the other side. So, now would be a perfect time to go ahead and end the episode. But we will talk to Dr. Swansea and see what happens next time. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.